Hey there, thanks for stopping back to my channel. My name is Mindy and today I am going to be doing a speed build for my game save file, and I'm so excited to be working on it again. I was looking at it the other day and I was thinking to myself, man, I am so far behind other simmers. But that's okay. I'm going to keep plugging at it and eventually I will get there. I just really want to start working on it a little bit harder now. Like, I kind of want to start really focusing on it and yeah, buckling down and getting some stuff put away there, which there's still so much left to do that like, I mean, I have so many community lots that need done and so many apartments, so many houses. I've got an array of things that just all kinds of different things, so I should stay pretty well what do I want to say, inspired for a while. So anyways, today this apartment is for two Sims, and one of them is an elderly lady named Ivy, and she has a roommate who is not technically part of the roommate system. You'll be able to control both of the Sims in the game save file because I put them like in the same household, if that makes sense. So she didn't just go and get a roommate where, you know how you can have a roommate and you can't control that roommate. They come and go as they please. This is not like that. They're part of a household, and I don't remember what I named him, but he is gothic, he is loud, he wants to be a rock star, and so he has a guitar that he plays at all hours of the day. But little Ivy is so sweet and so caring and nurturing, and she loves her plants. Her husband passed away, and I kind of imagine that maybe she has a plant that he had taken care of for like year after year, and now she kind of takes care of it. So that was kind of what I had in mind for this, and I've already created the Sims, and it's just an interesting dynamic because you wouldn't picture the guy that I created living with this elderly woman, but it turns out, like, it just turns out pretty good. So I don't know, I think it's a nice story to have. So this apartment that they're living in turned out really good, and I used a lot of Jungle Adventure furniture. I don't know why, just something. I wanted this to feel kind of like naturey, I guess. I wanted it to feel really earthy, and I think that I captured that really well using the Jungle Adventure items. That just feels a little more earthy, I guess, is what I'm going for. Just more woods, and yeah, so there's tons of wood in this apartment. But yeah, it's really nice. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment, so it does kind of stink that they have to share a bathroom, but it's not that big of a deal. It is just two Sims living here in my save file. So I had a lot of fun with this, by the way. It was just so much fun. Like, I probably overdid it with plants. Like, I probably went a little too far with the plants. I stuck so many in here, and I don't use them quite as often as I did here in this apartment. I really just went over the top, loaded this place up, and I kind of picture her throughout her day going through and watering her plants and checking their soil and all those fun things that kind of come with being a plant mom, so to say. So yeah, I just think it's a really cute apartment, and I absolutely love it. I also made sure that I left space for like the mouse holes and the pipes and the breaker box that the landlord needs to get to if something breaks. That way nothing's in the way. I know, like, in the past I've made like apartments not thinking about that, and then like I cover something up, like a mouse hole or something up, and then there's no way to get rid of it. So that kind of stinks. But I made sure that there is plenty of space around all of those in-game items, so that way your Sims are able to interact with them. So anyways, you've seen kind of the living room come together, and if you guys know me, I love to take and go room by room with my builds, and so I'll usually like put counters in the kitchen, and then I'll put a table in the dining room, and then furniture in the living room, and then I go back and kind of add to it. It kind of helps me figure out where I want everything to be, and it inspires me a little bit than going like one room at a time. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does to me. So yeah, but anyways, the living room has come together, and now I'm working on the dining room. You guys may notice that picture that I hung above the bookcase. I actually took it off because it's a picture that I created and it registers as custom content. I do not want custom content in my game, even if it's something that I have created. So on the gallery, I had to re-upload it because I didn't realize that it showed up as custom content, but it does. And so, yeah, I had to take that picture down. There's nothing there right now. So, yeah, that kind of stinks, but oh well, it is what it is. So, anyways, working on the dining room, I just pulled a couple rooms out from my gallery, from my library, where I keep a lot of my debug clutter items, and I just cluttered this up so much. I had so much fun cluttering this up because I love these little like wine glasses that came with, I believe it came with vampires. My dog just trampled inside of a box. I don't know what he is doing, but it's because I'm recording. He thinks that he needs to get into stuff, I guess. So anyways, I had so much fun cluttering up this little kind of like a dining room cabinet. What's it called? I think they're called like, I don't remember what they're called. But I had a lot of fun like cluttering it up, and I used the glasses, the wine glasses that I think came with vampires, and then I used the pitcher and some coffee cups. None of this stuff spoils, by the way, so everything should work just fine. And yeah, I just spent a little bit of time on that, but yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. I actually started a game in The Sims 3 today. I just wanted to play, and sometimes I just need that break where, I mean, I know I haven't uploaded a lot, but I have been on The Sims 4 playing a lot because I am working on a mini mansion, and I mentioned this in my last video, but I actually got really uninspired like halfway through that mansion. Like I got it all built, I've got the outside all done, and I'm just trying to find inspiration to do the inside. There's still so much left of it, and it's like I don't know, it's really hard when you lose inspiration in the middle of a build because it's almost like you're not going to go back to it. And that's what like kind of scares me a little bit, is like I just want to make sure that I go back to it, because I have a few builds that I have left because of that reason, because I become uninspired, you know, halfway through building it, or I'll have like the whole thing built and the outside done, and then, you know, the inside's not done, or, you know, vice versa, and then I just leave it. And I have a couple builds that I've done that on, but I am bound and determined to get this done. I don't know, man. It's tough after so long, and especially with mansions, you really just have to buckle down. And I've been watching mansion builds on YouTube, which has helped a lot. It's actually how I got done with the outside, because I became uninspired after building it, and I didn't want to do the outside. I just completely became uninspired several times throughout this build, which is really unlike me. So I don't know if I'm just been having like a creative thing, or it's just the mansion itself, but it's just been kind of tough to get through. And so I have been on The Sims staring at this build for a while, and finally I exited out of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a break. I am coming back to it, but I'm taking a break, and it might even be in my save file. I'm not sure. Doing mansion builds are very, very daunting. There's so much to it, and I don't know. It's just tough. It's tough because you do become uninspired halfway through it, and you have to like find inspiration again. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm currently dealing with. And through all of that rambling, you guys saw the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room come together. Now I am working on Ivy's bedroom, and I love this bedroom. It's so sweet. It's very woodsy. It kind of reminds me of like a fairy tale bedroom. Like I used the little, those little things. They're actually stools that you sit on. I used those for her end table, and I used a lot of like light wood colors, and it just looks kind of dreamy in here, I think. And I think it's a perfect room for Ivy because she's so sweet, and she's like the grandma that bakes cookies. She doesn't have any grandkids in the save file, but that's kind of what she reminds me of. She's just a really sweet elderly woman. She's always cooking dinner for her roommate, who, well, obviously he lives with her, but she's always cooking dinner for him. I imagine she's like the type of person that packs his lunch in the morning before he goes to work, and kind of like SpongeBob's grandma. Think of SpongeBob's grandma. That's what I think of. And like the guy living with her is kind of like Squidward, maybe. I don't know why I thought about that, but I just thought about the whole making, like, I was thinking of the episode where SpongeBob doesn't want his grandma's kisses anymore, like anything like that, or his grandma's cookies, and that's what I was thinking about. Anyways, so yeah, this room is very dreamy, and I really, really like it. I wanted to put as many aspects as I could that made it look like nature, and so I've got these bug lights which came with Realm of Magic, and I think they're so cute. And then of course I have these leaf paintings that came with Tiny Living, and then I used just some various things to put on this shelf, just more plants to add to her little collection there. And yeah, I just kind of fill her bedroom up with that. I love the yellow. I love the bed though. Like the bed is just really what tied the bedroom together, I think, because it's so yellow and so bright, and it's just perfect for Ivy. And I put the little faux fireplace in there with the little logs. I don't know. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of like maybe a cottage. And I feel like if she didn't live in the city, she probably would live in a cottage. But I've kind of like thought about that as her backstory. Like maybe she used to live in a cottage. You know, maybe she used to live in Windenburg with her husband, and when he passed away, she decided to sell the house and move someplace smaller. I don't know. I haven't quite come up with a whole backstory yet, but that's something that I've kind of been thinking about and tossing around while I was working on this. So, yeah, hopefully I will think of a good backstory. I know I will, but I'm really leaning toward the idea of the fact that she used to live in like a cottage, and I may even create, I have a cottage in mind that I'm going to have another family living in, but I could kind of tie their stories together. And I think that'll be pretty cool because that's something that I really want, are like in-depth stories and characters and all those fun things. So anyways, her bedroom is finished, and moving on to the entranceway here. The entranceway is really tiny, so I couldn't really fit much there, but I decided to put at least a place for shoes and some notes and like maybe like a grocery list or a to-do list. And then of course I stuck the the cork board, and stuck those out there as well. And then I realized that I had not put in a fridge. So I decided to get a fridge, and then I used some of those little notes that came with, what did that come with? It came with some of the children's stuff, and I actually created a room for it. So, yeah, it was in part of my debug clutter. So I put those on the fridge. I love putting those on the fridge. They're like, I just imagine they'd be like a grocery list or whatever the case may be, but I think they look so good on the fridge. So moving on to the bathroom. This is actually a decent sized bathroom, and I put the laundry room in here as well. But it's actually pretty decent, and I feel like there's tons of storage in here for the two Sims, and I made sure that to leave those pipes open because this apartment has the needs work trait. It also has great soil and I think sunny aspect. I can't remember what I gave it, but the needs work causes everything to break constantly. And so I, again, made sure to leave those pipes open. That way, if the landlord needs to get in here and fix them, they can fix them. I wish that you could turn those off. I wish that you could change them. I know that it adds more depth to the story, to your story in a way, because it's, you know, you can't change them. But I like control. I play Sims partly for control. I want to be in control of those things. I feel like I should get to be in control of those things as a player. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I wish that you could change it. So that's one thing that I really love about The Sims 3 is the fact that you can change so much. I mean, I can change basically, I mean, pretty much everything in The Sims 3. I can change how many days my Sims live in each age group. I can turn off zombies. I can turn off witches. I can turn off horses for whatever reason. But that's why I love The Sims 3 so much, because I can change those things. But fortunately in The Sims 4, you cannot change that. So I don't know, maybe someday you'll be able to. Anyways, moving on to the last bedroom. This is the Gothic guy's bedroom. He is a young adult, by the way, and I made everything black. And I know it's a little like over the top, probably. It's a bit excessive and kind of ridiculous, because I don't think anybody would really have furniture like this, but you know what? It is what it is. I think it just adds more character to the house, because you have these nice rooms and then you have this harsh bedroom. But everything is black, and then there's posters all over the wall. Of course, he's got his guitar there, and that is the guitar that I came with like a free update. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like the Grim Reaper's guitar or something like that. And I think we got it with like a free update. I can't remember, but when you play it, a cloud of black dust or cloud of black smoke like stands around the feet of the person, of the Sim playing it. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But and perfect for this Sim too that lives here. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I stuck some movie posters in here and just kind of like filled up the bedroom with just random junk and clutter. And I kind of imagine, I think I gave him the slob trait. So he is a slob, but he also has, what is his aspiration? I want to say his aspiration, I don't remember what I made his aspiration, but he is going to be in the music career. I was not like mischievous or anything like that. I didn't want him to be part of like the evil group. I think he's just like a misguided young adult is kind of what I'm going for. And maybe his roommate will help mellow him out, or I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting dynamic, and there's just several ways that the story could go, and I don't know quite how I'm going to make it work out, but I will. So I love planning their stories. I love that the most about creating my save file is just being able to make up the stories of all the different Sims and having them intertwine and having depth to them. It's my favorite part. I love it. It's what I love about The Sims. So moving on to the outside here, I just clutter it up with some plants. I stick a place to eat out there, which actually that's where they went to eat every time they got something to eat. So your Sims may do that, but yeah, I just fill it up with plants, and we are coming to the end of this video. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one, and let me know what you think in the comments down below about the apartment, but also let me know what you think about their story and how you think it should go, or what you feel about it. Just let me know. I love to get your feedback on everything. And yeah, so this is up on the gallery on Mindii 1990. Be sure to follow me there. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter and all those fun things. And I will see you guys later. Bye.